For all the puzzle solvers out there, there's a couple of really nice puzzles that have come out called CyBurr and ChamBurr that are really nice, and I put this video together to offer a few hints if they've been taken apart and you don't have any idea of how to get started at putting them together. These are available from a number of sources, but one such source is called Arc Puzzles, and they were designed by Christoph Lowe and Andrew Kroll, who runs the Arc Puzzle site. And they're currently sold out, but I'm sure if you contact Andrew, the site, that there's another run in the near future that they're looking at. So these puzzles only have 3 parts, and I've printed them out with different colors so you can easily see how they work. This is the CyBurr puzzle. In this video we'll sort of go over the hints for that puzzle. We'll provide another video in case you're stuck on ChamBurr, but you can see these parts move in an X and Y and Z direction. Now it is possible to rotate some of the parts, but to remove generally, or to get to the point where you remove the first part, you just need the what we call rectilinear moves, or X, Y, Z. ChamBurr is the much more difficult of the 2 puzzles, but it's nice to start on the CyBurr puzzle to sort of get a feel for this. So I'll try to provide a number of hints. You can stop at any point through this video. You should work with these puzzles for a number of days so you sort of see how they work. You don't want to take a hint too soon. But if someone's taken apart your puzzle and you have no way to sort of attempt to put it together, it can be pretty difficult. There's a lot of possibilities. So we'll look at the very first hint here. So as I say, I've printed these all in a different color. There's a couple different impediments here in this face. Otherwise it's just a cube for the frame. So we have the orange, white, and brown parts as shown here, just so you can identify them. And if they're in different colors, they'll be a little easier to for you to pick out and match with yours. And the first hint is that the very first part that should go in is this orange part. And this will get oriented in that direction. Now the next hint involves, well, we've got the orange part in. How or what do we put in next, and how does it go in? So make sure you've tried different things before you look at this hint. But this hint involves these 2 pieces, and they pretty well go in the same way with a type of rotation. So you need to put these 2 parts together. And what will happen is they will rotate in into the cube. Okay, so this hint will involve, okay, well, how do they rotate into the cube? Outside of the cube, what you have is this orange part, and you'll notice that there's a little notch in the orange part, and the brown part's going to rotate through that notch and go up into the cube in that direction. Now that should be a good hint to get you started in that puzzle. This will now show you the full solution to assemble the puzzle. The very first part, as we mentioned, is going to be the orange part to put in. And I didn't speed this up so you could purposely assemble this at the same time. Now the next 2 parts can be combined together and rotated in. There are probably other ways that you can do this, involving different types of rotations. But the puzzle pretty well falls apart at this point in this way, so I reassemble in the same way. You put the white piece in. As you rotate the brown part, you'll notice it's going in through that little notch in the yellow or the orange part. And now those two pieces are in. The next goal is to drop down, to move over to one side and to drop down the orange piece so it's lower. You'll notice there's a notch in the bottom of the orange piece, and that will slide into one of the bars on the blue housing. There you go. Now at the bottom of the brown piece is a square, and that's impeding the orange piece from going all the way down. As I turn it over, you'll see that a little. Right there, you can see the orange piece being impeded by the brown square. So if you've got to get that square in a different position, we just slide that brown piece over, the orange piece drops. And now at this point here, you're going to bring this white piece over the orange piece, like that. And then you're going to slide the white bar in the notch of the orange piece. Now the white piece won't go down, you've got to bring the orange piece up to it. But the brown piece right now is preventing that, so you've got to slide that over. The orange piece goes up just a bit, the brown piece will slide over, and then the whole assembly will go up. Brown piece over, slides up. Now the orange piece can slide into its slot on the side there. The white piece drops down, and you're all done.